All right, warriors, welcome back. Before we get started though, let's do this breathing exercise. Let's take a badass walk on the beach and just dive right on in. Look, I got some things to share with you that are kind of strange habits that narcissists have, but we need to pay attention to it and we need to talk about it. Because reverse narcology means not only being able to notice this, but you understand that this is the same tactic that narcissists use against each other. It breaks them down. It's why they use it against you. And it's why it works so well. But narcissists truly understand if you engage in reverse narcology, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, the house of cards will fall. You see, what narcissists despise about you is the simple fact that you can shake it off and start over again. In fact, when you start over, it's more better bestest and longer lasting. What narcissists despise about you and hate the most is it not only easy for you, but they sent you back to where you were first crowned. It's where you learned from the best. For many of you, like myself, your first encounter with a sociopath was in the womb. And every sibling, every cousin, every aunt, every uncle had a role to play in the coven. They're tricksters. Paint each other beautifully. But behind closed doors, shit, if you could be a fly on the wall, and many of you were, they called you the scapegoat. Baby Huey, the ugly duckling. Make sense? Yeah, and you was sharing a house with 3 blind mice. Whoo, 5 seconds, man. Let's do this. 5 seconds. Release slowly. Woo! I throwed that down, didn't I? Hell to the yeah, that's what I'm saying. It don't belong to you. Look, the power of learning in silence is phenomenal. I'm gonna share a story with you that I learned by observations. It was a double learn by observations. I think it was a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. The 5-year-old was being taught how to go potty, being potty trained. And this child was ornery. Stood in the hall now in front of the mother, dropped trowel, popped a squat, and laid down a couple of ginger tender bloop bloops. Bloop bloop. Stood up. Like, what you gonna do? Let me tell you something. Consequence was ever so quick. That child was snatched up by one arm, the other arm commenced to swinging, and they made an L into the shitter. That child plopped her ass up on that commode, and they stayed till she dropped the bloop bloop properly. Not only that, she learned how to wipe her own ass at that moment and pick her own drawers up. Now, let me tell you about the 3-year-old that was observing. I'm watching this whole thing play out. I'm going, damn. This child, I never smelt a pacifier with rub burns. You know that smell of burnt rubber? That child had that pacifier in her mouth. She was looking around that corner. She's watching this whole thing play out. And we both observing at this point. I said, oh, I'll be damned. This child, let me tell you, that same day, that evening, had to go make bloop bloops. The 3-year-old, the youngest. She dropped trowel, and let me tell you, she went from Pampers, skipped pull-ups, and went straight to panties. That quick. Observing in silence. So that also brought me to this conclusion. By age 4 is when we actually start to understand what we see. we can discern reality from fantasy. And if not, you understand consequence. Even by observations. Tender age, absorbing it like a sponge, let me tell you. But look, some of the weird habits that covert narcissists have that we need to pay attention to is they always seem to make this fucked up mocking noise. You ever notice? Like, or it's a quirk, kind of, sometimes a noise. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever, or a roll of the eyes, or the neck roll, or the snaps in a circle, or hands on the waist. There's always a deliberate mocking or posture or noise. Sometimes all three and then some. But the bottom line is, it's understood in their circles that this means something totally different, like whatever, or I don't believe you, or you're a dumbass. It's in those gestures. It's a quirk that a lot of narcissists have. Some call it microaggressions. You need to pay attention. The thing is, also, this is what they do to avoid answering simple questions or direct questions that only require a yes or a no. It's a deflection, a loop interrupter. Kind of like the one I provided you earlier about learning by observation and silence and the smell of burnt rubber. Yeah, okay. And this is what they'll do. Narcissists will always value total strangers or people at work. They'll value their word over yours, even if it's the same advice. It's deliberate. But understand this too. Thanks to our divine creator of the universe, Elohim, that narcissists have such a short attention span. So they get bored easily. And the reason why they're so easily captivated and so easily drawn to impressing strangers and taking their word over yours is because they're building trust on a fast track. It's how they go purposefully looking for supply, new targets. And so understand, they will also live into victimhood because it's a conversation starter, a loop interrupter. Are you that white knight that's going to save a hoe? Or are you going to use it just for gardening? You know, split the lettuce, whatever. Listen, it takes responsibility to have self-control. So one of the telltale signs for narcissists, covert, malignant, high-functioning, ultras, sociopaths, psychopaths, is their lack of self-control. And because of this, they'll jump on any hoe or any stick and also throw a tantrum in order to avoid responsibility and accountability. It's a tactic used to avoid answering direct questions. All of these combined, they're able to spoil any special occasion to take attention away from them or put attention on them, depending on the strategy that they're looking for. Are they trying to impress a target? Or is everybody coming close to penalizing the narcissist or catching them for a liar they are, that now they got to throw some theatrics, the alligator tears on command, but they're wiping the eye and there ain't nothing coming out. No boogers, no, it's just the pretend. And next thing you know, they're dropping turds on your damn bed and blaming the dog. I'm just saying, we've seen it as a public spectacle that we don't need to be denying ourselves the truth. Warriors, they also do this. They love walking ahead of everybody. or whomever it is they're with, or give their phones in front of them more attention than the person they're with. If it's a man, they will not have that protector provider spirit that's in the heart of the man to serve. I'm not talking obnoxiously. I'm talking as nature, true nature. If a man does not put himself on the proper side of the sidewalk, depending on the traffic and who he's with, you will know if this is genuinely a moral man. You understand? It's instinctive. And if I have to tell you what it means to walk on the proper side of that sidewalk between you and traffic and the ones you love, and this is the first you ever heard of it, you need to Google it. You see, warriors, narcissists are envious also of their own children, their own relatives. And it's why they need to keep you dumbed down. The parents try to raise their children to become kind of like bastard servers. The scapegoat. The ugly duckling that cannot get attention from anyone else outside the ones that they were told can only love them that way, and no one else ever will, and that they're not worth a shit. Yeah. To be of service as son husbands or as daughters in direct competition for supply. Yeah. You ever seen a narcissistic rage against their children and chop all their hair off? Yeah. You see, parents abuse differently. You can't make this shit up. You had to have grown up in it to understand. But I want you to understand, you've always known that you were in the Addams family. You see, some of these parents done fucked around and couldn't isolate us like they thought they could. That's why many of them joined religious cults. If you notice, the cult covens operate in the same dynamic of narcissism and their traits. The love bomb, the push-pull, the gaslight, the discard. Some call it disfellowshipping, excommunicado. Same punishments. And then you get gang stalked. Oh, no. Not by the one that handed you your ass, the whole coven. And you see, there are those that are listening to me right now that it sounds like make-believe until it happens to you. You see, the envy that narcissists have in their children is their plan B, the backup plan, the retirement. Because they were too inclined to feed their own lust and self-gratification, never thinking of the future. You are their future, literally. But if you're listening to me, well, now I'm a threat, because I'm going to open your eyes to understanding the reality versus their fantasy. Because narcissists are the quickest to settle in as next in line. Just because you now know about your own and you develop certain skill sets in being able to identify it in others. What you need to understand is the new breed narcissist wants to set its claws into your new extended family. And those are the ones that it really gets under my skin, and I'm sure you felt it or seen it or saw it happening right before your eyes. They start to pretend that they've known your family at introduction as if they've known each other for 10 years. In fact, before the day's up, before the last goodbye hug, They're making it very clear that they feel so at home, like they've known each other forever, like family. Warriors, they'll settle in so damn quick, make your head spin, and the I love yous will come off them lips that you'll swear to God that even their fart said, I love you. And if you ain't careful, they're going to tell you what you ate for breakfast. Warriors, I'm going to give y'all a tidbit. Narcissists kind of want to be treated like foster puppies. You know, foster puppy privileges. The love bomb all the time until it runs out, and then they find another porch to go lay their head on. Warriors, you're not here to foster pups, to pick up strays, to go dumpster diving for survivors. You're supposed to identify who the narcissists are, the sociopaths, the psychopaths, anyone draining your energy, anyone that you feel exhausted because they had nothing intelligent to speak of other than the same old shit on a loop, and you felt drained. Anyone with those kind of traits, you understand you need to put some distance between you and them. Doesn't matter who. In fact, you had to learn the hard way from those that you actually cared about. After that, total strangers, let me tell you, yeah, you're going to treat that like a pimple on your ass. Move on. It's going to be easier as you move along, warriors. But remember, it's always best to learn by observations, so you ain't got to feel the butt hurt. And if you're already watching these videos like you have been, you already won. Look at me. The winning move is to not play their game. Psst. Hey. Smile. Because they'll never ever be seen nor invited to the same tables and circles that you're moving toward. The only reason they were seen with you in any public way was because you invited them. Narcissists know they're not welcome. And now more than ever, they're going to play nice longer. But you know the difference. You know when you see a chocolate-covered turd. You ain't got to stoop down to its level to taste it. Can I get a what? Hey y'all, check this out. Drunk, Stoner, Stupid. We're going to go over these cards real quick, but this is what I want to show you. I want to show you a magic trick. I gotta charge my arm up, okay? This is what you do, okay? You ready? Can you see it? Can you see it? Like I can see you going, yeah, Chico, I can see you. Okay. You gotta charge your arm. You see right here where the arm turns? Okay. All right. You watching? I'm charging my arm up. Am I watching that? All right. Keep an eye on the battery. Come here. Come here. Damn it. Come here. Come on. I'm only going to do this once. All right. You make sure the positive is facing forward, positive facing forward. See that? Okay. You watching? Okay. Watch this. Watch. Gotcha. Okay, drunk, stoner, stupid. This time for real, for real. Okay, for real, for real. I'm not even gonna souffle him. Plays drinking games for glory, not drinking. Damn, man, these cards just hit the gut, man. They ain't no shit. somehow knows everyone. What? Knows everyone. Operative word. They're not friends, not even associates. They just know. But they'll act like they've known them forever. Decades. Will alphabetize spice rack in free time. Yeah. They call that borderline? Or ADD, ADHD, da-da-da. Everybody wants to be a part of the fucking alphabet community. What the hell's the matter with everybody? And they want to brag about it. I got the HHH. I got the Woody. The fuck? Really doesn't want to be here right now. Been triggered, have you? Did I trigger you? Calm down. Calma, con calma. Despacito. Is actively preparing for the end of the world. You know, I tell folks all the time, there's nothing wrong with being prepared, but don't let that be your life's goal. You know, dying with potatoes in your hand or some shit. I always say this, be prepared to be of service, and those that have will put it in your hands. I offer protections. And I grow my own vegetables. Spends all day interpreting a text. You see, that's why narcissists love memes. Is it a meme? And text. Because you can put inflection anywhere you want. No. Stop it. No. See, does that sound like no? Now, send that text to a court of law and see if no means no. The judge's going to tell you a different kind of meaning altogether. All right, y'all. Look, I appreciate all of your support. I'm fixing to throw y'all a business bone. Y'all ready? This is top-notch shit right here. Y'all may not remember, back in the day, we had these things called the Suzuki Samurai 4x4. I think it ran on 3 gerbils under the hood, because you could hear them screaming going on the uphill on the sand dune. And then we had this thing called a Geo. Anybody right now who can find a way stateside to recreate these vehicles and make them under $10,000 with all the options, bells and whistles, maxed out, and they only come one way, you can thank me later. And it can be done. We've just gotten greedy. Get out there. You're not reinventing the wheel. You just realize less is more. Thank you so much for your support, warriors. Get out there. Shake the dirt off your asses. You're nobody's bitch. I know it hurt a little at first. That's what they all say. But I'm going to tell you right now, once the hurt goes away, it's kind of fun. Because you're not in the blood sport. Get your mind out the damn gutter. Now you get to observe in silence as a spectator. And we know what the fun part is. You get to predict their next moves and refine the art of observation. Can I get a what? Shit. All right, warriors. It's never goodbye. It's always until next time. Namaste, warriors. could stand to be like a little more faster. That's just saying.
I know.
I'm getting more braver.
So exciting, isn't it?
And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.